like to call to order the special town council meeting for Wednesday, January 11. Shall we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mike Aurelio.
Here.
Brian Blazak.
Present.
Wayne Pondinas.
Present.
Mike Schilling.
Here.
Gerald Swets.
Present.
Joe Wizawati.
Present.
David Westland.
Present.
And Beth Hernandez, present.
Okay, we have a quorum. Item 3, old business, we have none. Item 4, new business. A, financial matters.
I'd like to, can I have the floor for a second, Jerry? For new business?
Sure.
Uh,
Is that on the agenda?
It's new business. So what I wanted to do, and if you've done this before, is I would like to make a motion to take 5A and 5B, put that at the top of the agenda, so we can pick our officers, and then continue on with the meeting, because this is a new year. We should have the new board members running the meeting, not the old board members from last year, unless nothing changes.
Okay. That's right, I'll call that out of order because we have an agenda in front of us. So, item number 1 is a motion to, or agreement with K2M for the St. John Fire Station needs. Joe?
So K2M provided a presentation on their plan at the last meeting. This was sent to the town council with a favorable recommendation from the Board of Safety. This is for the plan design and needs assessment for the fire department.
Okay, questions or comments? Then I will entertain a motion to approve the agreement with K2M for St. John Fire Station improvements and assessments, I'm sorry.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there support for that?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved 5-0.
If you would, yeah, thanks.
Item number 2 is a motion to authorize the clerk treasurer to remit payment of $53,000 for the Gruen settlement from the fund balance Cume Capital Development Fund. Joe?
This is to allow for the payment for the settlement that was finalized with Gruen.
Okay. Mr. Westland, want to fill in the gaps on this one?
So late in 2019, the town sent a uniform offer to Mr. Gruen regarding some property that was needed for the widening of Parish. Mr. Gruen rejected the offer, and for whatever reason, the road was widened and without finalizing any monetary compensation. Sometime late summer, early fall, Mr. Gruen, through his attorney, contacted the town and said, we need to finalize this. He made a demand. There was a negotiation, and this is the culmination of that.
Okay. Questions or comments? Then I will entertain a motion to authorize the clerk treasurer to remit the payment of $53,000 for the Gruen settlement.
So moved.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Brian. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved 5-0. Item B, ordinances. Ordinance 1789, which is an ordinance creating the Department of Parks and Recreation. Joe?
So, as it states, the ordinance reestablishes the Parks and Recreation. Reestablishes the Parks and Recreation Department and Board for the town of St. John.
Okay. Questions and comments on ordinance 1789? And I will entertain a motion to consider ordinance 1789 on first reading.
So moved.
Thank you, Mike. Is there support for that?
Second.
Thank you, Brian. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
That is approved 4-1. Item number 2, resolution 2023-01-11. Joe?
Thank you. So, this resolution will allow for the Cumulative Capital Development Fund 442 to the TIF Fund 4445, which is short funds for the debt service payment. This is recommended by Senator Dalton so that we can make the payment on the bonds. So on December 21st, 2022, the County Auditor's Office certified the December tax distributions to each of the units of the county. By December 22nd, Senator Dalton received and reviewed the distributions, realized that the payment was not within the St. John TIF funds, which totally negated a large amount of those monies due to a tax appeal that was filed on November 1st of 2021. The specific taxpayer, known as Target Corporation, filed and won an appeal for their 2015 through 2020 assessed valuations. Through further investigation, it became evident that the county auditor's office may not be able to fully provide greater detail about the appeal, since there may be a degree of confidentiality not evident to the public. The notice of final decision by the Indiana Board of Tax Review, in addition to the refund amount calculated, should have been sent to the town officials at the date the case was settled, again back in November of 2021. Whether or not this notice had been sent to the town is unclear. Due to the fact that the appeal was unexpected, the town now struggles to make the payment for the 2018 redevelopment district bond amount. It is Senator Dalton's recommendation to the town council to approve the emergency temporary loan from the CCD to the TIF 1 in order to make the payment and extend the repayment of the loan until December 31st of 2023. We continue to look at the impact that this will have, what options we have, and what further recommendations will be coming. Historically, we have received increment from the TIF as follows. So for 2018, we received about $869,000. In 2019, we received $740,000. In 2020, we received $776,000. 2021, $876,000. And in 2022, last fiscal year, we received $560,190, but we did not receive our fall installment in December. That's all I have on this, and as again, Senator Dalton is recommending that we approve this.
Okay. Questions or comments on this resolution?
So what you're saying, Joe, is we don't have any money in the TIF fund, to kind of sum up what you said, because of that big box thing that you said with Target. We have no money. We didn't get the money because of their thing, and it's basically, there's no money in there.
There's
very little.
There is very little.
And we spent that as a town council, previous town council and our town council, on the road for shops in 96. We put about 5.4 million in there, about 5 million in it.
Right, and I'm not
So
sure
now-
if that came out of bond proceeds or how that was paid out.
If we pay this isn't gonna pay off the loan.
No.
We're just, it's a
This is a
temporary
pay-
payment.
This is a payment.
But I know the residents were asking about, where's the money going and all that, so I think it's nice to let them know that because of what Target did, we didn't get that money, because you were bringing up 700,000,
Right.
800,000, we didn't get that, and that's why we're in this predicament.
That's correct.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I'm clear on this as well. This predates me being on here as well. So the money that was allotted to fixing the road on 96 and improving that project, so that's TIF dollars that improved that project. So the monies that we assumed that we were going to get, Target, they challenged their taxes. They got their taxes lowered, so we got less income because of that.
That's correct, and that's not something that, anyone really could have foreseen, happening.
So, but the only thing so part of that, you said we think we got notice from county that this was going on back 2 years ago?
Supposedly, there's a statute that requires the notification to the taxing body. Now, whether that happened or not, I don't know, and that would have been back in 2021.
Okay, thank you.
So we still need to look at a long-term solution for this.
Yeah, and we are gonna be taking a look at a long-term solution, yeah,
No, if we're being shorted in the
in the next installment, correct?
installment.
Nice to have a nice analysis of that for we can
We're
properly
diligently
plan.
trying to work with the county and the auditor to get detailed information.
And we already used $36,000 of ARPA money for the completion of the 96th Avenue project, which we have approved, I think, at the last meeting, or the second to the last meeting.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, then I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2023-01-11.
So moved.
Thank you, Mike. Is there support for that?
Second it.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved 5-0. Item 3, Resolution 2022-01-11A. Joe?
This was inadvertently left off the town council's agenda for the last month. Resolution allows the various transfers of about $30,739.98 appropriated funds within the Water District for fiscal year 2022.
Okay. Comments or questions? Then I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2023-01-11A.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there
I'll
support?
second.
Thank you, Wayne. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved 5-0. Item 4, Resolution 2023-01-11B. Joe?
Same situation. This was also inadvertently left off the last council agenda. The resolution allows for various transfers of $71,772.50 appropriated funds within the sanitary district for fiscal year 2022.
Questions or comments? Then I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2023-01-11B.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there support for that?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved 5-0. Item C, council action. Action item number 1 is motion to remove a specific appointed member of the Board of Safety for cause pursuant to 18-1E and 16-47 of the St. John Code and Indiana Code 36-8-9-3.1A and 6. I would entertain a motion to remove Rob Kometz from the Board of Safety effective immediately.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there support for that?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Hey,
That is approved 4-1. Item number 2 is to consider appointment of specific individuals to the Board of Safety. After going through the interview process, we have 2 positions that we need to fill. One would be a citizen appointment, and the other one would be one with fire experience. After our interview process and the executive session, the candidates to consider would be Randy Palmentier for the citizen appointment and Scott Swets for the fire appointment. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. There's support for that.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
hey,
That is approved 4-1. Item 3, motion to remove specific appointed members of the Stormwater Management Board pursuant to 2.102 of the Indiana Town Code. Based on that, we are removing Bill Manasopoulos and Joseph Gomestego from the Stormwater Management Board effective immediately. Item number 4, consider appointment of specific individuals to the Stormwater Management Board.
Are we going to vote on it?
No. That one doesn't require a vote. Consider appointment of specific individuals to the Stormwater Management Board. Recommendations are Ken Gambala, Democrat, to expire in 2023, December 31, and Vanessa Merkel, to a term to expire December 31, 2024, Republican. Do I have a motion to approve those individuals?
So moved.
Can I have a question before we do that? Just to be clear, those are political positions. They must be Democrat, one, that you need one in one?
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you.
I think if I can make that a comment, you did make a good point there, Mike. It is political.
That was not my point. I want to know what the positions needed to be.
But you did say political.
Okay, do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
No, you made the motion. I need a
Oh,
second.
all right.
Second.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
That is approved 3-2. And we will, item number 4, the park board appointments we will not do since we don't have the park board in place yet, correct? We will move to item number 4 is to approve our independent contract agreement with Michelle Velez. Joe?
So this is independent contractor agreement for communication and event coordinator for the town. Michelle has many years of experience working with the town of Griffith since 2016, and we're looking forward to working with her.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the contract agreement with Michelle Velez?
So moved.
Thank you, Mike. Support for that?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mike. Questions, comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
That is approved 4-1. Item number 5 is election of officers, effective the meeting of January 25, 2023. Do I have a nomination for president?
I would like to nominate Michael Schilling for president.
Okay,
And I'd like to nominate Jerry Sweats.
okay. Any other nominations? Since there's 2, we will go down the line and just state the one of your preference would be. Brian?
You can take my name off of it.
Are you sure, Mike? Come on.
Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah. I think you'd be a great leader.
All right, then vote.
Okay,
Okay,
Brian?
so you probably want to have Beth call like a roll, and then you can state your
Okay, roll call
your
vote.
vote will either be for Schilling or Sweats for
Right.
president.
Right,
Mike Aurelio,
Mike Schilling.
Brian Blazak,
Present.
go on.
who was his vote for?
Present,
The,
like he's present, no vote.
oh, no vote.
Right.
Okay. Wayne Pondinas,
Mike Schilling.
Mike Schilling,
Mike Schilling.
Gerald Swets,
Mike Schilling. Mike is appointed as the president by a 4-0 vote with one, how do I call that? It's not an abstention, is it?
present,
One
yeah.
present. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome aboard, boss.
Item B is Town Council Vice President effective at the January 25th, 2023 meeting. Do I have any nominations?
I'll nominate Jerry Sweats.
Any other nominations? If not, we will close nominations. All in favor then signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
It is approved 4-1. Item number 6